Alright guys, coming to you from the hallway. So if I look up at all, it's because I'm awkwardly talking out loud in the hallway and people are wondering what I'm doing. But we're going to talk about learning target 4. So we have solved equations now. We're moving on to solving variables. And then we're going to we're moving on to solving inequalities, and graphing those solutions on a number line. So let's start by defining an inequality. An inequality is a statement that one quantity is less than or greater than another. So basically it's like an equation. It can be equal, but it also can be a bunch of things that are either more than or less than. So there's 4 symbols in talking about inequality. And the first 2 are probably ones that you've seen before, and you might have seen all of these before. But first we just have the less than, then we have greater than, and the 2 that go with it are less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. So this means that all numbers are just going to be less. All numbers are going to be more or greater, we usually say. This one is going to be less or equal, and this is going to be greater or equal. So in your notes we have this table here, and we're going to talk about a couple examples. The most difficult part of inequalities is figuring out what the words mean. So an everyday phrase of at least 6 glasses. So if I have at least 6 glasses, then first I'm going to define a variable. Let's just use G. Now, I have at least 6, so what can I have? I can have 6, I can have 7, I can have 8. So G is going to be greater than or equal to 6, all right? Below 40 degrees. Now, let's use T for temperature. Below 40. Can I be 40? No, I need to be below 40. So 39, 38, 30, so just less than 40. Fewer than 20. 20 calories. So C is, again, less than. I can have 19, 18, 17, but I can't have 20. Fewer than 20. At most, now this one's confusing, at most 10. So I can have 10. Okay, I can have 10. That would be the most I can have. Can I have 11? No, because I have to have at most 10. So I can have 9, 8, 7. So let's say my dollar amount is less than or equal to 10. Between 35 and 120. So this one's nice because it'll give us, so we're going to use D for degrees or temperature, whatever we could have used up here. Yeah, let's use that to stay the same. So our temperature is going to go in the middle this time. It has to be less than 120, but more than 35. So you can have 2 characteristics on an inequality as well. All right, let's look at some problems. We're going to solve these inequalities just like we would an equal sign. So again, I'm going to draw my line down from the inequality. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. And then I have that 2x is greater than or equal to 3. Divide by 2. And x is going to be less than or equal to 1.5. All right? Now if we graph that on a number line, here's what I want for number lines. I want where you need to be, so 1.5, and I want at least a number on the right side and the left side. So here would be maybe 1, here would be 2. We want to be greater than or equal to. So or equal to means we can have a closed circle because we can be 1.5, and we're going to go greater than that. All right, over here we have negative 8 is less than or equal to 56. So over here, what's interesting about inequalities is when we divide or multiply by a negative, the inequality flips. So we're going to have x and negative 7 here. But now if I talk about, if we keep the same inequality, so let's say x is going to be less than or equal to negative 7. Well, what is something that's less than or equal to negative 7? Negative 8. So if x is 8, or negative 8, then negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 64, which doesn't work, which is not less than or equal to 56. So what happens when you divide by a negative is your inequality flips. And we need that x to be greater than or equal to -6. So if we think about -5, a -8 times a -5 is going to be a -40. So that's going to fit within our stipulations. Okay, again, number line, you need where we're at, so -7, a number below it, -8, a number above it, -6. We're going to have a closed circle for equal to, and we are going greater than -7. All right, let's move on. I want to take away, will you guys X out? I want to get rid of these equal signs. I want to do just a greater than and just a less than for these two. So draw my line down, -5 from both sides. I have 2x is greater than -8, divide by 2, divide by 2. X is greater than -4. Now, over here, my negative can stay. I didn't divide by a negative, so I don't flip, okay? So on a number line, this is going to be, I'm going to have -4, -5, -3. And now, for a not equal to, we use an open circle, and we're going that way. So since we're not equal to, we have that open circle. Equal to has a closed circle, not equal has an open circle. Here, we're going to subtract y from both sides. This is all going back to solving equations. It's greater than 26 minus 5. 3y is greater than 21. Divide by 3. Y is greater than 7. Okay, so number line 7, 8, 6, and I could have used any number greater or less than. I'm going to again have an open circle and go greater than that 7. Alright, so before class, you are going to solve the inequality that's given, show all of your work on your paper because you will share it with your partner, and then graph that number on a number line using the stipulations that I taught you in this video.